The abandoned school 17 stood on the edge of the city, like a rotten tooth that should have been pulled out a long time ago, but for some reason they were left. The windows are black, without glare. The roof collapsed in several places. The nameplate hung skewly, and the letters 17 looked as if someone was trying to pull them off with their nails. The locals didn't go there. Even the homeless went around the building. But for us, 11th graders, who had a few months left before graduation, it was the perfect place. Forgotten. Forbidden. Scary. That's where you want to see if all those stories are true. But it's just an old school, laughed Artem. People are afraid of what they don't understand. I wasn't laughing. Because I knew, in this school they once played it. There have been strange rumors about School 17 since the 90s. It was closed after a basement fire. Officially, through the circuit of the wiring. Unofficially, because they found something in the basement that no one wanted to say out loud. A few students disappeared then. They were never found. Older people said that before the fire, the children played Convocation of the Spirit. Not a school ghost. They tried to call the one who fulfilled the wish. And he came. Nonsense, Marina waved off. A typical urban legend. Each city has its own abandoned school with demons. But not in every city people disappear without a trace, I said quietly. They didn't pay attention. There were 6 of us. I am Maxim. Artem is the initiator. Marina is a skeptic. Elijah is the one who believes half. Sophia is quiet, with strange dreams. And Vlad, who brought the book. It was with the book that it all started. I found her in my grandmother's attic, Vlad said, putting a thick notebook in a worn leather cover on the desk. She studied here. In this school. The classroom became quiet. Is this a diary? Sophia asked. No. These are the rules of the game. For, the game was simply called challenge. Not the call of the spirit, not the call of the demon. It's just a call. And there was not a word about ghosts in the rules. Only phrases written in uneven handwriting. He is not a spirit and not a man. He doesn't fulfill a wish without a fee. Don't call him empty-hearted. Don't promise what you can't give. It's cringe, Marina snorted. Someone has obviously seen the horrors. But I noticed something else. There were stains on several pages that looked like dried blood. And on the last page is a list of names. Some are crossed out. Some don't. 5. We decided to go to school on Friday night. Just look, said Artem. No one will play anything. I knew it was a lie. The school greeted us with the smell of mold and dampness. The corridors were covered with debris from desks, and the floor was covered with a layer of dust, in which traces were visible. There was someone here, Sophia whispered. Harmless, Vlad said. But his voice trembled. We went down to the basement. And that's where Artem offered to start the game. The basement was round. It was already strange, they don't make round rooms in school basements. In the center is an old board laid on the floor. It has a carved symbol that looks like a spiral with 3 blades on it. The book says that they always played here, said Vlad. This is a place. What if not? I asked. Then nothing will happen, replied Artem. Aren't you interested? I was interested. That was our mistake. We sat in a circle. According to the rules, everyone had to say one wish. Not out loud. Only mentally. Then a promise. What you are willing to give if the wish comes true. It's safe, Artem repeated. We don't sign anything. But there was not a single word about the signature in the book. Just a phrase, he hears better than you think. The light of the lanterns flashed. The air became heavy, as if someone was slowly pumping oxygen out of it. I felt hungry. Not yours, you're someone else's. Ancient. Insatiable. Can you hear that? Sophia whispered. Breathing came from the darkness. Deep. Wet. Who's here? Shouted Vlad. And then it started talking. Not by voice. Opinion. You called. Darkness gathered in the center of the circle. The form was fuzzy, constantly changing, then it looked like a person, then like a beast, then something that had no name. There were no eyes. The company, too. But I knew it was watching. I'm hungry, it sounded in our heads. You made promises to me. We didn't sign anything. Shouted Marina. Think is also a contract. Elijah shouted first. He grabbed his chest and fell. His body trembled, as if something was bursting out from inside. The darkness reached out to him. Empty desire. Cheap payment. Ilya stopped breathing, but the body did not cool down. We rushed to run. The basement door was closed. It doesn't open. Shouted Artem, tugging at the handle. You haven't calculated yet. Sophia fell to her knees. I didn't know, she cried. I just wanted the dreams to stop. The darkness froze. Promised memory. Sophia looked up blankly at us. She didn't recognize us. Marina disappeared next. Not with a scream. Not with pain. She just took a step back and she wasn't there. No blood. No body. Only silence. I want to be heard. The fee is existence. There are 3 of us left. Vlad trembled, pressing the book to his chest. There was written how to stop him, he whispered. But I tore the page. She was scary. The darkness was approaching. You promised the truth. Vlad screamed as a black liquid began to pour out of his mouth. He choked on his own lies. Me and Artem. What did you promise? I asked. He was silent. The darkness leaned towards him. You promised a friend. Artem looked at me. And smiled. I woke up in the hospital. I was found alone near the school. I said we were just climbing and the building collapsed. They didn't believe me. But the others were not found. The school was closed with a concrete wall. The book was not found either. Half a year has passed. I began to notice that sometimes I think wrong. Sometimes I feel hungry when I don't want to eat. And that in the mirror behind my back sometimes there is a shadow. The deal is not completed, she whispers. You haven't paid yet. And I know, the school is waiting for new students.